the conversation needs to be had, and we've talked around it, but we need to be straight up and blunt with it. Who is the best live action Venom?
Oh shit!
That what? Dating right on the spot.
Yeah. So I mean, there's only two options.
I was about to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, help us both remember the names, because I remember
there's
one name.
There's Topher Grace from Spider-Man 3, the Raimi film, and then there is, of course, I almost said Tom Hardy.
So as much as I want to, Tom Jones, as much as I want to steamroll this Oz, would you like to take first whack?
Personally, I just think that like just based off of my options,
Sure.
And honestly, I don't really care for either of those movies. So
I'm talking about the movies.
Talking about the
portrayals
character.
and the characters themselves in those movies.
I guess I'm gonna go Tom Hardy. I guess that's my choice.
Bro, we're starting off on a fun foot here, because Topher Grace for days, man. Tom Hardy ain't bad, but between the two character options, and you're asking me which one was Venom, dude, Topher Grace all day long, like all in, like all black 31, chips on it, rolling.
Okay.
Done.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess my thought on it was just this. I have such a negative opinion on both of those movies that I've kind of blocked all of it out, and I'm just kind of going with the actor I like more.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a reasonable and maybe common response.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of actors, what the fuck happened with our boy Topher? Is he alive? Or, not to sound disrespectful if he's not, but still, like, after that movie, what happened to that poor lad's career? He didn't go back to the 70s.
Yeah, no.
Oh, what they're about to do a spinoff show.
Oh God,
with most of the cast. Yeah, they are.
Is it that '90s show?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's
It's
so
not
20s.
the 70s anymore.
That's so 20s. Like, wait, what the fuck?
no.
I think it might be the 90s because if you think about it, that show last aired what the late 2000s.
I
So
think
like
so,
maybe
yeah.
07, 08 is when it went off. So it's been 15-ish years later. So maybe they will start off in the 90s. That would make sense. Those characters would be at that age.
I want to say I heard something about that '90s show, and
I think
part of me was like, "Yay!" but then the bigger part of me was like, "No."
Nah, dude.
Like I'm
I
a
don't know.
'90s nostalgia nut. Like we know this.
Yeah.
Like, but I think they need to not.
Someone would have to really find some particular sitcom vibes for me to want to jump back on a sitcom.
Straight up, Seinfeld.
Nevertheless, a continuation, a new showing of a fucking sitcom. Like, in that case, you're really strict.
Did you guys watch Boy Meets World back in the day?
I gotta be honest. I didn't watch a whole lot of Disney Channel.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
But they tried to revamp it with Girl Meets World, which is Corey's daughter, the main character's daughter.
Which one had Topanga in it?
No, that
Boy
was
Meets
one.
World.
That was, Boys Meets World. Yeah.
I remember her in particular, and that's about it.
She was hot.
I mean, definitely. Danielle Fishnell, I think that's her name.
Her name rhymes.
yeah.
right?
I was
Yeah.
just about to say that. Yeah.
Anyway, they tried to revamp with Girl Meets World, and I was just like, it doesn't have that same feel. Like I was a Boy Meets World fan, but that show just ruined it. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
I mean, when you jump on the money train and try to do another show just because you blatantly like checks and getting that money. For instance, i.e., did you guys know they did 2 continuation shows after SpongeBob last aired? They did a show, or tried to, for Patrick Star and SpongeBob SquarePants and the gang going camping, apparently. And they did like a summer camp kids thing where all the characters were children.
Oh.
And it's like, no.
Muppet Babies? Like,
Yeah, essentially something similar to that, actually. Yeah, but it's like, no, it's not been received well. Neither show. It's shit. So
Yeah, I didn't hear about those.
but it's like shows like that, like 90s. What's the other one? Fuller House and shit like that. It's like, no, these shows aren't going to do as well.
I barely liked Full House to begin with. Like, I don't need to see a sequel to that show.
Yeah.
You know which
you
one
know,
would be interesting? Family Matters. That would be an interesting one to see come back to the surface. Not for Steve Urkel. Fuck that character. But that show actually had a couple of really powerful scenes, I remember. And I'm like, Jesus Christ,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Fresh Prince come back. Like, I
It
know
did. it is.
it is.
They rebooted it, yeah. It's a
When?
You seriously?
I'm serious. Like, I guess I've just been living under a rock. Like, I did not know that was a thing. I'm sorry.
It's I believe it's just called Bel Air. Is the name of it.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, apparently it's pretty. I haven't seen it, but apparently it's pretty good.
I just remember there was just that one scene with Will and his dad when he leaves that last time.
Oh, what a scene,
Like,
dude.
Not to delve into my own personal history, but that hit me pretty personal.
Yeah.
And so, God, yeah. So good.
Yeah, that was an incredible scene.
It was.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude, Topher Grace.
Topher Grace. Yeah, right.
Bring this full circle.
Grace.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Do you have your ADD pills? Oh, you don't have ADD? You better take the pill then.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Topher all day, especially like for me too, just because like
Hell yeah.
when I think about like the Topher Grace appearance in Spider-Man 3, you know what it is? It's very similar to like how I feel about like some of the Disney Plus Marvel shows. How like remember when Falcon and Winter Soldier came out, everybody shat on it because it wasn't what we wanted it to be. It wasn't as good as it should have been. But as time has gone on, I look back at that show and I'm like, it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
I was about to say, especially, it probably helps looking at the other Disney Plus shows and going, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like looking back at it now, it's like it's not nearly as bad as it fucking could have been. That's how I feel about Spider-Man 3. I'm like, don't get me wrong, it's still not a great film, but like what they did with Venom was it was as good as that movie could have done, and it was better than what the Tom Hardy films have done. Like to me, those movies with Tom Hardy, they're Venom in name only,
Right.
And not even so much in likeness at all, or in personality.
And it's not like they're not fun. They're enjoyable movies. Shit, I'll watch them again. I'll laugh again. I like funny jokes, and they got plenty of funny jokes. But do funny jokes a good Venom make? No. The answer to that's always going to be no, because Venom himself is more than funny jokes, And sure, he's got fun shit in the pages, especially Lethal Protector. We know that. But, he's got a mean-ass vendetta, too.
Right.
And Topher... in the church scenes, money, dude.
Yeah.
Money.
Well, I guess in that regard, yeah, definitely. That like they captured more of the sinister side of Venom in Spider-Man 3 rather than the way the movies just made him just like, okay, so he's kind of bad. That's it, kind of bad.
Eat that guy.
Yeah, and that's I even think like the symbiotic relationship they got better in Spider-Man 3 than in the Tom Hardy movies.
Yeah,
because it's like Venom is like the individual symbiote that apparently. Have you seen the second one?
I haven't even watched the second.
Okay,
the first one was so bad I didn't even want to watch the second.
That's fair. But but like with the second one, like Venom, he goes off and like the symbiote goes off and like it encapsulates another person just for a while, and it's still like the same entity, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So Venom is the symbiote itself, and Eddie is just Eddie. So there is no we are Venom. It's just that is Venom, and whoever So I'm like, by that
critical
same
misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By that same reading, then like if it ever encountered Peter Parker, then it would still be the same fucking thing as it was when it got onto Eddie.
Yeah, no.
And at least with Spider-Man 3, with all of his flaws, referring to the one, of course, with the Sam Raimi film, it's like at least we got to see the difference between what the symbiote did to Peter versus what it did to Eddie.
That is fair, even though we got emo Peter.
We got emo dancing Peter, yes.
Yeah,
we can skip past that. All right.
Looking back, it's fucking great.
What?
Yeah, no, hear me out. It's fucking great because you look back on that and like, Jesus Christ, that made it to the big screen.
It did.
And it's hilarious. It's memeology now.
We got Bully Maguire from it.
Exactly. Yes. I wouldn't want to fight me either.
Oh,
Great
Gunn
ass
Choir?
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like all the memes of fucking our boy Toby over here dancing. Like dancing with the Joker, dancing with Andrew Garfield. Like
Right.
that was low key internet gold.
Yeah.
Movie trash.
I think that was the internet trying to fix, like, give us something to, like some sort of joy out of that horror movie.
There were some good scenes in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take completely everything away from it, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I was just thinking about that just because it's like, with something we're going to talk about later on, we would definitely see Venom again, but in what capacity we'll have to discuss. TBA. Venom.
Cut. Where's the sound guy?
Oh,
I'm sorry. Can we do it again?
somebody get this guy a script.
Line.
Was that not right? Like
It didn't feel natural. Okay.
Here's the script right here.
Oh, my bad. Venom.
All right. We'll edit that in post.
But do it when the camera's rolling.
Right.
Good shit.
All right. Oh, man. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I am here with the homie
There
Kevin.
it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, don't mind Q just having a little stroke over there as he's sipping on that little cognac. And then over here, of course, we have, as you've heard already, our dear friend, another great homie, Oz.
What's going on, everybody? It's great to be back. Not really sure what we're talking about tonight, so this is fun.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, you're in the same boat as Kevin, so you're in good company.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What happens is nowadays, like, we get on the show, I'm sitting there like, pop open a drink. All right, what the fuck are we doing? Where's my cigar? You know, not literally. I don't smoke. But yeah, welcome to the show, pal.
Likewise. Yeah, thank you. Likewise.
Likewise. Why,
No,
thank you, as I
think
sit in
words
my
are hard
apartment.
tonight, guys. Like, let's just,
Well, it's not like you've been drinking.
No.
Have you? Did you do a little
I
pregame?
had a shot, but that's
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that already. Yeah.
that wasn't enough.
No, not at all. Nothing like your birthday bash where we had an ungodly number of shots.
Whoa. We don't talk about that night. Except for the fact that Caleb couldn't get off the ground.
That's the best part of it.
I pay to see that.
It was a great sight.
It was a great sight. But as you guys are listening, all you fine ass homies out there, you guys can probably tell by the name of this episode that we're here to discuss comic news.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Get this man a script.
Yep. I think I'm just going to keep going with that bit all night.
You know what?
There you go. You're the guy who always needs a script. You always left it in your trailer. It's on your coffee table.
I'm the permanent improv guy.
You accidentally leaked it to fucking who? BuzzFeed or some dumb shit. Not even a good source. You gave it to BuzzFeed.
Like, what is this Wikipedia entry? Like what?
But yeah, comic news. There's obviously quite a lot to talk about, homies. A lot of good shit. I figured that's what this was going to be. With the time frame, it makes the most sense. But yeah, there's so much. Some great and some definitely not so great to break down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a good bit here to discuss, and these are always fun because there's stuff, of course, in the realm of comic books and whatnot, but it's mostly in the realm of comic book adaptations in terms of what's going on with the new films and movies coming out and whatnot. What are the kids talking about in the rumor mills these days?
What's hot on the streets?
What's hot on the streets? You sound like an undercover
I was about to say,
DEA agent.
Remember, I don't have a script.
Do you have any marijuana for sale?
Where are the drugs? Where are they?
Okay.
On that note.
Yeah, on that note, this is kind of ironic because on that note, this had to be first, but we have to talk about the passing of Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy passed away November 10th this year, just a few days ago. Mm-hmm. And, we don't know as of yet what happened, but unfortunately, we lost a legend and a pioneer in the voice acting gig, and he was literally the voice for not just a generation, but for several generations for Batman. He gave a voice to the Bat. So I think that I speak for millions of people out there when I say whenever you read a Batman comic book, you read it in Kevin Conroy's voice. Mm-hmm. And, I was tempted to say that, like, in our generation specifically, this really hits hard because, we grew up around the time of the animated series. But in actuality, he's voiced Batman for so long that this would definitely hit and hurt multiple generations. I mean, he voiced Batman throughout several of the animated films, and obviously he of course, along with Mark Hamill, voiced, Batman and Joker respectively in the Arkham series, excluding Arkham Origins. And so, like, for those who even are just familiar with Batman through the Arkham video games, the voice is Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one sucked.
It really does, man. It definitely hit home pretty hard just because Kevin Conroy was so phenomenal, dude. How good and how long do you have to do your job to be the bar of excellence? Other voice actors would be brought on to play Batman, and who was always the common denominator? Who was always the guy you compare yourself to see if you're doing at least this close of a job to the greatest? Mm-hmm. It was always Kevin Conroy.
Every time.
He was always the bar of excellence.
Yeah.
Definitely. And like you were saying, like the whole generation, like I grew up loving Batman the animated series, and like that was definitely a huge part of my childhood. Matter of fact, I can remember having so many Batman birthday parties because of it. And just the fact that we've lost a legend, you know, like I'm not saying it's as bad as Stan Lee, but it's up there.
Yeah. It really stings. And I think, like, you know, and I'm obviously not trying to compare like the two, but
Right.
This one stings also because, like, with all due respect, Stan Lee was nearing 100. Like, he was going to be 97 that year or 98 that year,
Right.
when he passed. So it's like, it sucks, but it's like, you had a good run, Stan. Like,
Oh, hell yeah, he did.
Yeah.
had a hell of a run there. With Kevin Conroy, I'm like, man, 66. I'm like, man, as I get older, I'm like, that's not that old to be, to be going to the other side of this here mortal coil. And also just because, you know, none of us here, we didn't hear or know about any particular illnesses. We don't know if this is something that, he had been ailing him, or we don't know if it was just something that was sudden. We don't know.
Right.
But regardless, yeah, this one kind of sucked. And, it got me thinking about, like, some of my favorite moments from, like, the animated series, or, like, some of my favorite moments, like, of him, just voicing Batman in general. And I think back to, like, one of the Comic-Con events where he gave the monologue from the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel.
Nice.
And that was pretty powerful there. So there's so many awesome moments from Kevin Conroy.
You might have to clarify which monologue. There are a couple of great ones in that book. Are we talking about the surgeon, or are we talking about I want you to remember?
I believe it was I want you to remember. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that it was.
The monologue he gave, just for clarification out there, whenever he was beating some wholesale Kryptonian ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the statue right here took place in that fight. Towards the end of it, he goes, "I want you to remember the one man who beat you." Really, really great and iconic scene. A really great fight. Oddly enough, in the movie, Peter Weller voiced Batman in the Dark Knight Returns animated movies, or movie, depending on how you collect it. Peter Weller, for those you don't know, is RoboCop. But hey, I grew up on RoboCop. I love RoboCop.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the movie, like the prototypes they built. You're under arrest. Halt! Halt! Bang! Halt! Bang! Halt! Anyways.
Good old RoboCop.
Good RoboCop.
Yeah. But yes, I just wanted to say rest in peace to Kevin Conroy, man. Like you, that one really took me by surprise, and it really stung. And I gotta give a shout out to the homie Caleb for one of my birthdays. He got me Batman the Animated Series Complete Edition Blu-ray set, and he actually got it signed for me by Kevin Conroy when he met the man. So I have a signed piece of memorabilia.
We really need to put that in a case now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't watching that anytime soon.
That's the crazy thing. Like, I never opened it.
Yeah. Well, because we live in a day and age of streaming, so like, why open up the Blu-rays?
Quality.
That's fair.
Like aspect ratio.
Oh, and also no loading time. I guess except for a Blu-ray. Well, Blu-ray's pretty fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like if your Blu-rays have like loading time now, you actually inserted a DVD into a DVD player.
That's true.
Yeah. You guys have any other thoughts or things to say about Kevin Conroy before we move on?
Not really, man. I think we hit the nail on the head there. One of the greats. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You will be missed, Mr. Conroy. You were the man.
Yeah. Now it's. I will say one more thing. Actually, I just thought of it right now. I guess now we know officially, forever and always, Mark Hamill is done with Joker.
Yeah,
because he would only come back if Kevin Conroy said yes to the script. Because if he said yes, Mark was like,
"All right,
sign me up. I'm done." Yeah. But now.
Yeah, he will not voice Joker for anyone else unless Conroy was the bat.
And
so that means he is now officially done. I know they said that they were officially done after Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
and I don't know if they ever came back and did anything together after that. But if they did plan on doing something, then
unfortunately, it's scrapped now.
Yeah. Oh man, so that is a good point that you bring up there. Yeah. So next up here,
what you got?
Curious to get your guys' take and thoughts on this. This news came out actually a couple of weeks ago, but it is very interesting to talk about here and to break down. Producer Peter Safran and James Gunn are leading the DCEU, or whatever it's called now, in film, animation, and TV.
I thought it was called the DCU now.
I think it's like DC Infinite, actually.
That's weirder.
Or DC Universe, I don't know.
Yeah, DCU,
or something like that. Don't know.
Either way, bro, I applaud it. I don't know who Saffron is. I can't afford that spice. That's too expensive for me. But some James Gunn, that is a motherfucking win. That is a victory that the DC Universe needed. Tell you what.
I mean, it's got to be better than what we've been getting, as far as
a connective universe goes,
right? Yeah,
because here's the interesting thing here. Now is the time for DC to strike.
Yeah.
While Marvel is in this lull, Marvel just wrapped up Phase 4, which I think everyone can handily agree has been the worst phase of the MCU.
Agreed.
Not saying that it's been all bad, but it's been more mediocre than it should have been.
I mean, I haven't wanted to see any of Phase 4 in theaters.
How much have you wanted to see?
Honestly, the only one there was two that I was kind of excited about, which is Spider-Man No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness. But I still waited for it to go to a streaming service before I watched them.
Yeah.
So,
and the crazy thing is, No Way Home is by far and above the best movie in Phase 4. There's no competition.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's true.
Yeah.
Which actually reminds me, shameless self-plug here. If you guys haven't dug into this yet, the episode breaking down our Black Panther 2 review is up. So if you just skip straight to this one, kudos. We love you for listening. Go back and listen to that one too. It's right there waiting for you.
Yeah, we break it all the way down.
Hell yeah. Like we do. Like we do.
Like we tend to do. Absolutely.
The good and the bad.
Yes. And the ugly and everything in between. But yeah, so the reason I was bringing up, the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now, and because we just ended Phase 4 with Black Panther 2. The past 2 or so years, I guess 3 or however long it's been since Endgame happened, they've not been quite the best. But I would actually say that, not talking about in terms of quantity, but in terms of overall quality, I personally think that for the past 2 years, DC has outshone Marvel.
Yep.
And you can say that, last year, yes, Marvel had Spider-Man No Way Home, which was the best superhero movie of that year. But that year also had Eternals and Black Widow and some subpar Disney Plus TV shows. Meanwhile, you look at DC, and they gave us the Snyder Cut. They gave us the Suicide Squad.
Hell yeah.
That was actually this year.
That was this year.
Oh, dang. My bad. Yeah.
Which that was incredible.
Which was also incredible. And I'm like, And I'm not gonna bury the lead here, but I mean, is there a better superhero movie this year than the Batman?
Yeah, honestly,
I was about to say, yeah.
no.
Top 3, 2 of them belong to DC.
Yeah, and and crazy thing is like I
Talking about Black Adam for you curious folk out there.
yeah you kind of, or I guess I maybe read your mind on that one, because I was just gonna say that like Black Adam actually surprised me. I was expecting this to be the product that kind of broke DC's hot streak. Like, well, they can't all be great, so let's see what we got here. But Black Adam surprised the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, dude. Supremely great movie. Yeah.
Well, again, if you guys liked it so much, now I have to go watch it. So.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love the
Wonder
Rock.
how many homies have said that.
I love The Rock, but like I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be into this.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I was feeling. But you guys say it's good, so I guess I'll go watch it.
How many homies have said that listening to the show? I wondered. Damn.
That's a great question. I oftentimes wonder, like for the brave homies who. Well, we do have spoiler-free sections, but like for the brave homies who like listen to like our entire new movie reviews when we do them, and then they go see the movie afterwards. Like, I wonder if we ruin any viewing experiences, because it's like now they almost subconsciously hyperfixate on the bad shit.
Right, like we overpaint that opinion, and they go in with said opinion. Yeah,
or they go in and they can't help but to notice it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you guys are comic and superhero nerds, way bigger than me. But at the same time, I've always valued you guys' opinion because it was never, for the most part, it's very unbiased. Like you guys.
We'll shit on everything evenly.
Exactly. Yeah.
I said we'll shit on everything evenly.
You shit on everything
shit
evenly.
on or praise accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And like that is why I've always respected that opinion. It's because like you're giving me the good and the bad, not just the good or not just the bad.
And the ugly. And everything in between.
That was off script.
Like literally, it's on the script. Read down, it says forced laughter.
Oh shit. My bad.
That was forced cheer here.
Thank you, audience. Thank you again, audience. That was kind of you to clap and laugh.
A laugh track. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. No, we have a live studio audience.
Oh, yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
He looks back. It's the plant.
Hey man, don't tell your secrets around the plants. Just saying.
Yeah, they're here. You were saying something before we completely derailed you.
I have no clue what it was.
Oh yeah, yeah, it happens a lot here.
You'll remember in 2 minutes.
It was probably something along the lines of just valuing guys' opinion on superhero movies when it comes down to breaking each individual movie down, and like I said, you're very very neutral when it comes to watching. Like even if it's a movie that you are super excited about, if it was shit, you definitely let people know about it. And so like vice versa with like a movie that you were expecting to be horrible. And it was good. You're like, well, shit, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, like I got to give it props.
Yeah. So
we'll eat the crow. Yeah.
like, and that I think is what makes y'all's opinion very valid when it comes to these types of movies. So just to expound upon what we were saying,
and we definitely appreciate that. And I think like a part of it that's happened with like kind of the growth of us in the podcast has been like telling the homies what we look for a movie to be good. Because that also varies from person to person as well,
Of course, yeah.
Like what we look for in a good superhero movie, maybe the next person just wants to laugh, and that's it.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's all they're just looking for, a good popcorn flick, and that's all they need. But that's I guess something that maybe kind of differentiates us from a lot of other reviewers, that we tell people what we look for this movie to be good. That's mostly what the preview episodes we do are about.
Yeah.
What does this movie need to do to be good? But like in terms of like going back to this whole James Gunn and Peter Safran taking over the DCEU, this is big news. They are currently apparently pretty far and working on an 8 to 10 year plan.
Fuck yes. Yeah. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think I even was talking with you when Iron Man 1 came out about how like we started noticing the formula that Marvel was putting together, and I was like, why the fuck is DC not taking advantage of this? Like,
I got to be honest though. At that time, there was no DCEU.
Right.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't they not try to piggyback off of that? Like, yeah, it would have been piggyback.
Warner Brothers was like, this is gonna fizzle.
Right.
Warner Brothers were
the
like,
Avengers. Nobody's gonna see.
nobody's gonna care about the Avengers.
Well,
We got
like,
the Justice League.
I mean, like, honestly, for the most part, I will say that most superhero movies before the MCU, they weren't as popularized. They weren't as mainstream. They weren't as
Batman broke the mold.
well. Yeah, Batman.
Chris Nolan. Chris Nolan broke the mold.
Yeah. True. But I guess Batman being the exception, most of the time when you said I'm gonna watch a superhero movie, people just kind of rolled their eyes and moved on.
Yeah.
Like the normies, at least.
Right.
Like,
now look at them.
now look at right?
Now the normies are all Marvel fans.
Oh no,
Only MCU.
Right?
Or they're turning, but go ahead.
But like, yeah. So with I always question
Like
why
fucking
the hell
zombies.
DC never piggybacked on that. Like I just felt that like it was a good formula. Why fuck with it?
Yeah, and here's the sad thing. When DC had I'm not throwing any of these people specifically under the bus, but like when even esteemed comic writers like Jeff Johns and Walter Hamada, like when those guys were like in charge of the DCEU, it floundered. That's when we got we went straight from Man of Steel straight to BVS and then straight to Justice League, and it's like this. You're fast tracking your story here. You're trying to tell 6-7 years of story in 3 movies, and it's like it doesn't work. That and then even with both BVS and especially Justice League, as we know, they shortchanged the movie and just altered it so much that it wasn't even what Zack Snyder wanted it to be.
At least it wasn't a giant spider.
At least it was not a giant mechanical spider.
Yep.
A recycled villain used in the Wild Wild West.
Hell yeah. Because that movie did so well. But
John Dick Peters.
Gosh, John Peters, that guy.
I got his name right. All 3 names are Dick. You put them in any order, you can't get it wrong. Peter Penis Johnson.
No.
Same guy. We're saying the same thing. Say his name again.
His name is John Peters.
John Jacob Chica Hopper Smith Peters.
His name is not my name too. And whenever we go out, people do not always shout.
I hope they don't always shout 3 words for Peters.
Get on the script, Oz. Look at the script.
Get on the script. Where's your script? Go to your trailer and grab it.
All right, we're taking 5, and then we're taking it from the top.
Exactly. You know what? No, you know what? We need to start again tomorrow. Go to bed.
Oh no.
It has been uttered.
It's been uttered.
But no, as far as like this 8 to 10 year plan that James Gunn has in store here, obviously I think we're all fans of what he's done with the with the DC in terms of like him doing the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. Both of those were fantastic.
Hell yeah, dude.
Peacemaker just had me, man.
Oh yeah.
When I take breaks at work, I actually started watching Peacemaker again at work.
Nice.
And I'm just like, this is not what I would want to watch at work, but yes, I do.
Right. It's so good.
That dance. Oh my
That
God,
dance.
That damn dance.
Never skip the intro. I'm telling all you fools listening.
I mean, it's a brilliant way to not skip the intro.
It is.
works. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
to do for season 2.
but what do you guys want to see from this 8 to 10 year plan that they're doing here?
Well, we kind of briefly touched on this before we started talking on air. I want a fucking Green Lantern that I can be proud of.
Yeah.
Like,
So they I'm going to step you there. They have they went ahead and this is going to be a pun. They greenlit a Green Lantern.
How dare you?
A Green Lantern product. It's actually the TV show that was scrapped. It has been reworked. It would be a Jon Stewart led Green Lantern project.
Hell yeah! Wait,
I will
movie
be
now?
down to watch it.
Movie now?
No, TV show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down to watch it, like 100%. But I don't know. Like, I guess, and again, we did the what went wrong with the Green Lantern movie. But I'm gonna miss me some Hal Jordan, but I will definitely take Jon Stewart over none.
Yeah. I am a fan of all of the or at least like the original 4 Earth Lanterns and Jessica Cruz, Simon Baz. I think he's okay, but like, why do you need a fucking gun?
Because he's badass. Like I was trying to work bass in there. Hey, thank you. I expected the crickets, but I'll take that.
The womp womp. Like
that too.
I'm gonna let you slide this one time, but don't ever say I never did anything for you tonight.
Hey, it's in the script. Kevin makes a bad pun. See, there you go.
Son of a bitch. But like, and who's to say that Hal Jordan couldn't show up? I think. He could.
No, definitely. Like, because honestly, I would love to actually see them do the storyline that actually put to me really redefined Hal Jordan was the Parallax storyline that they fucked up in the movie.
Well, I was gonna say that's the thing. You can't start off with Parallax for obvious reasons.
They should never have done it to begin with. But
not for the first movie.
No.
Yeah. There was so much wrong. Yeah, we did a whole podcast.
We did. Go listen to that one, guys.
Yeah.
Control the CG too.
Like, as long as it's not led by Kyle Rayner, I'm good. But
see, what is your beef?
We've already talked about this.
First of all, he is the most powerful of all the Green Lanterns. Surely you know that. He is the only White Lantern. Motherfucker, it's like being the White Ranger if you're in the Power Rangers. All right, he's the strongest.
Green Ranger
he's
was
Ion.
better. Green Ranger was better.
No. He didn't say better. He said most powerful.
Yes. Yes. That fucking white saber-tooth tiger will fuck that Dragon Zord up.
I doubt
it. Wow. We got some shit going down.
I see that.
Excuse me, let me go grab the flags and start this fight off officially.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I've just never been a Kyle Rayner fan. But
I couldn't tell.
No, but like a Green Lantern show helmed by Jon Stewart, I'm 100% for.
Yeah.
I do hope eventually that Hal Jordan gets his his day in the spotlight eventually.
Same.
To redeem that fucking horrible movie, but at the same time, as long as Green Lantern's getting some love, because like as you know, that is my favorite superhero of all time. Has been since you've known me, and I liked him before he was cool, and I liked him after the movie.
I was about to say the movie made him uncool.
No, I mean, I'm right there with you, and there's so many cool stories they can pull from.
Oh yeah,
and you know what? I mean, man, just thinking about like this TV show and what they could do with it, because like you can't just ignore Hal and pretend he doesn't exist.
No, yeah.
It would be a grave mistake to kill him off unless you want to follow the comics and have the Spectre bring him back, or when Hal Jordan was the Spectre, and then bring him back from there. Yeah. But that I can see that confusing casual viewers.
Yeah, that's fair.
But kind of to bring it back to the home plate of what brought all this up here, our boy James has really, really kind of earned a lot of audience's trust out there. He's brought a lot of fun things to the table, things people didn't expect much out of. We were talking about Suicide Squad, and whenever it was first announced, it's like, wait a minute. Why the fuck are they rehashing this? They did that movie and it wasn't shit, And then we got Peacemaker, the TV show, and that was phenomenal. That was the reason to start an HBO subscription for a while. And here we are now. It's like, okay, cool. We got this guy running it. All right, cool. Yep. So I would trust him to do some, like, the appropriate research to put Hal in the show, to make Jon Stewart sing, and to make Green Lantern a household name again.
Right.
Yeah.
Or for all we know, maybe he's saving Hal for a movie.
That'd
be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I mean, honestly, I would
for the Justice League.
The Justice League.
Yeah. Honestly,
sorry, you said for the Justice League, and I was like kind of toast thinking. So okay.
Yeah. I would definitely love to see like a Green Lantern core movie, like not just the.
I think that's what the TV show should be. I think that would
right,
that would, because then they have more room to be fleshed out.
Right.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of cool Green Lanterns that are not Earthlings.
Oh God, yeah.
A lot of time to explore a lot more space too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and we know that James Gunn can make a fucking space movie.
Yep.
He's done it twice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He starts off with an 80s song.
Oh shit.
You know it's gonna. Come on. Like we know it's gonna.
Well, that would if James Gunn is I don't know how much he's going to be hands on as much as he's going to be like a Kevin Feige.
That's
Gotcha.
fair. That's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
But you best believe he's going to be like, all right, guys, this is the first movie coming out under my flag. You best believe we're making this the Iron Man 1 of my shit. So I bet he's in that shit hard. He's needing that dough himself.
Because I will say DC needs that Iron Man 1. Like, they need that kickoff. Not saying that the Batman wasn't amazing, but...
It's not a part of that universe.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not. Robert Pattinson, I want to see him again as Batman. Who knows if he'll be part of this even?
We know he's not.
Do we also know that he won't, however, future tense?
I mean, if they do like some multiverse of madness bullshit, I guess.
I mean, the Earth
There's multiple universes.
Earth 1 and Earth 2, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and they very well could do that, He does give off very strong Earth 1 vibes. But there are...
How do you give off Earth 1 vibes? How do you give off Earth something else vibes? What vibes do you give off, Oz?
I think I am Infinite Earth vibes.
Oh, shit.
So you're just a crisis then.
Exactly. You're a perma-crisis.
Crisis on Infinite. But actually, one of my recommended readings before watching Batman was read Batman Earth 1. There's a lot of traits they take from that version of Bruce Wayne and Alfred that they put into that movie. Anyways, we're going to talk about some of these other things here because there's more here with James Gunn and the DCEU that's been coming out over the weeks. Another interesting thing here is James Gunn and Jason Momoa are working on a secret project for DC.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing the excitement on Momoa's face.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Now,
how the fuck have I not heard about this? Are you kidding me?
Momoa has not come out and said what it is yet because he's not allowed to. But
he wanted to. Really bad.
He wanted to. And now listen, before he was Aquaman, I said that motherfucker needs to be Lobo.
Oh my god!
I actually have a coworker who 100% agrees with that.
And
for anyone who knows Lobo, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And he was asked in an interview, and the interviewer, kudos to whoever did the interview, they said, so the secret project, they said, blink twice if it's Lobo.
What a good interview. Right. Not even a question. Right. Great question.
And,
the guy running the camera for him. Yes.
Zoomed in on the eyes. But, Momoa, he was very coy about it. And, he gave the typical Hollywood answer, I can't really say, but it'd be great if that was it. Being very
look
coy
at that PR
about
training.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he's no Tom Holland. Tom Holland said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, Tom Holland be like, hell yeah, how'd you know? You must be in on it. Benedict Cumberbatch. Right. Like literally all the adults they send to babysit him. Son of a bitch, Tom. Still almost as bad as Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. Like a combination of the two would just be like the worst. Yeah. There'd be no secrets. So now we don't want to get our hopes up, but I mean, what else could it be? Like, it's not Aquaman because he just said, no, we're working on Aquaman 3.
Right,
if that's the
deal,
case.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
And it's got to be. I mean, I'm not saying that it has to be Lobo, but I don't know what this could be.
That would be a very fun way to start off. I don't know how, and I don't know what story, but that would be fascinating.
A raunchy R-rated character who is comedic and he's in space. This is right up James.
I was about to say everything was Peacemaker except space.
That's Guardians.
You add space and you're like, nope, never mind.
Yeah, it's.
I'd be excited to watch that. Totally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
Give him a cool ass bike. We good to go.
Yeah.
Make it cooler than Ghost Riders. We're good to go.
They're different kind of cools. They're both cool.
Yeah. Lobo.
I bet Lobo though. Yeah, we will have to see on that. Obviously, we're just waiting with bated breath until it has.
Lobo.
God damn it!
I think
I got a reaction from both of you.
I think I set a precedent for tonight's episode of just going off script and just saying the most random shit. So, what else?
Y'all are gonna make me break my own personal script and start editing this shit. God damn, I gotta fucking scrub this.
1 week later. Okay, I finally finished.
Yeah, I finally finished.
Yeah.
The episode's gonna be uploaded.
Jesus Christ. We finished recording this episode, the one for next week, though.
So there's one more thing in the same vein here that we're gonna go ahead and talk about as well.
What's that?
I'm pretty sure that everyone knows by now, but this is still huge news that needs to be discussed.
No, different vein.
Henry Cavill returns as Superman.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You had to bring this up with me on the show, didn't you?
Bro,
had to bring this-
Do you have a problem? Oz, do you have a problem? Do we need to talk?
Okay.
What's your problem?
Okay. So I know there's circumstances around it.
Mm-hmm.
However, Ace knew what he was doing when he did this to me. He knew exactly what he was doing when he brought me on tonight. When he was
Okay.
So
begin with this. Tell me about your issues and when did they start?
they started when we found out about this crap because he was leaving The Witcher.
Started when you broke my PlayStation, but continue.
We're not talking about that on the podcast, sir.
Years later, podcasts were invented, and you heard a podcast that said, "I'm gonna call him out on this shit." One day, I'm gonna start a show
I happen
to call him out.
apologize for that.
5
shit
years later,
tonight, and
call
he
him
had
out.
to bring it up again.
All right.
Anyway.
So I agree with you already. It's unfortunate that is a consequence of this decision.
Yeah, like honestly though, like I have heard there, like it wasn't just the revamping of Superman and him going back to it. It was some other stuff going on with The Witcher. But like, I am far more a Witcher fan than I am a Superman fan, like by far.
Agreed.
And like to see almost the perfect Geralt of Rivia have to go be fucking Clark Kent. I'm sorry, I don't know if you remember this, but like before I, really started giving a crap about superheroes, I despised Superman before that. I hated him. Like Superman in general. He was just an overpowered piece of shit to me.
I wouldn't say I hated him. I just didn't like him,
Right. But every time someone brings Superman up, I was like, oh, because he could do everything. Got it. And to lose one of my favorite beloved characters to Superman.
Oh no, you still getting him?
No, I'm not.
Liam
No,
Hemsworth.
me and the homie Caleb agree on this. That season 3 of The Witcher is the final season.
Oh no! I would have both of you. I would watch that show even if it's dog shit, just to have you and Caleb on to do the review.
Oh, you know what? I will totally do that. Oh God. Wow. Anyway, I just that is my gripe. Like, I'm not saying I hate him as Superman. I'm not saying that at all because Henry Cavill is amazing, and he's definitely been the best Superman in my opinion.
Same.
And he's going to bring. Hopefully, they give him some better writing for the next movies or whatever he's in. But my main gripe is the fact that they took Geralt away from me.
Yeah, and I knew that you would react viscerally when I brought this up here.
So you don't expect, Witcher 3 update for PS5 to have both mods of Henry Cavill lookalikes and Liam Hemsworth lookalikes?
The Liam Hemsworth lookalikes will never be touched on my account ever, if that's the case. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have Gale from the Hunger Games be my Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just not.
So, and here's my breakdown. I've had a lot of time, many weeks to think about it. I don't have a reason to shoot down Liam already. I haven't seen shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he tried to get built like his brother. That's cool. That's awesome. I mean, you gotta be built if you're gonna be Geralt.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I mean, people are saying the same shit about Robert Pattinson, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
People are saying the same shit about these names that now we know are fucking great in their roles that they played.
However, they didn't take away a great person already first.
This is true. This is true. This is especially sour because there is that freshly ripe skin of the ripped off Band-Aid, and it's searing and it's red and it's sensitive and it's even like a little, inflamed and shit.
Right?
But we'll find out. I'm being optimistic, and that's rare for me on this show. I'm rarely the optimistic guy. But I feel like I have to play devil's advocate because you take the crown when it comes to being the heel for it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be the face and say, hey, I got you. We'll get through this, okay? We'll get through this.
And again, like, and if for nothing else, I'm watching it to be on this episode so I can shit on it.
Oh, God.
If nothing else, that is what I'll be on there for. But I'm going to give it a chance because... Huh?
Has he acted in anything? I'm trying to remember shit he's been in.
Other than the Hunger Games,
I never saw it.
Me either.
I mean, honestly, I didn't hate his character in the Hunger Games. I just don't see him as Geralt of Rivia.
Okay.
That's my biggest thing.
Yeah. And, I do like the point that you bring up, Kevin, like the devil's advocate point, sure. About there being other actors who people say were unfit for roles, and then they, but I guess if I had to play devil's advocate to the devil, if I had to play angel's advocate.
Why'd you? I just drank kombucha. I thought that shit tried to go up my nose. I stopped it though.
I would say that like with Heath and even with like Robert Pattinson, you can tell that like even from the beginning, there's the way they were cast off of their star value because with all due respect, there would be bigger stars who they could get. Liam Hemsworth feels like he's a name. We're gonna fill this void with a name.
Is he though? I mean, Hemsworth is a name, but is Liam? Because I don't give a fuck about that brother.
I mean, because like here's the thing, like you and I haven't seen Hunger Games, but like a lot of fucking people have.
I haven't. Like I said.
Well, they have, sure, but that's like a 10-year-old movie now. Who gives a fuck about that? Also, at the same
time, Gale was a very small part, so you didn't really see him a whole hell of a lot, except until the last movie anyway.
But also, like, this is a dated-ass movie. We're in a fast-paced world. I don't give a fuck about things 10 years ago.
But you say that, but like I give a fuck about like shit that happened 10 years ago. And a lot of people give a shit about cool shit that happened 10 years ago.
Well, cool shit, sure, but...
And, like, you haven't seen Hunger Games, so you don't know if it's fucking cool.
You know if it's fucking cool. You don't know if it's not cool.
I actually really like the Hunger Games, but, like...
See,
there we have it. Yeah, he just coincided with my point. The fuck?
Saying. No, he's coincided with my point.
Right. The Hunger Games were really cool, therefore it's relevant 10 years later. Fucking boom.
I also read the books, which is actually odd for me to say. So
wow, okay.
Yeah, I've actually
read
read
came out when I was in Cali. I did that. Yeah.
But no, but like I know we're kind of like way off on this tangent, which you knew was going to happen. I know you did, Q. But no, like I definitely think Henry Cavill is going to take this ball and run with it, and honestly give us the Superman we deserve. Yeah, and maybe actually make me like him a little bit more. Yeah, because like I really don't care for Superman. Never have. Like, I even watched Smallville, and, like, I know there's a lot of people who have issues with the CW universe and all that stuff. Like, that actually made me like Superman a little bit.
That made you like maybe Clark Kent. There's no Superman on that show.
That's exactly. Like, he don't become Superman at the very end.
Which is even debatable.
That's true.
Yeah. Like, as far as, like, his live action appearances as Superman, the Snyder Cut Justice League is by far like my favorite moments because they utilize Superman perfectly. Yeah, Superman is who you call when your shits. Your shits can hit the fucking fan, and it's like they weren't afraid to let him be Superman in that moment. And I mean, he beat the ever living shit out of Steppenwolf in a magnificent fashion.
Oh yeah, that shit was awesome.
Yeah. You get to see him like take on like the classic mannerisms of Superman, and I was like, it's crazy that people think that Zack didn't get the character when in this one scene he fucking nailed Superman better than he's been nailed since fucking the Richard Donner Superman 1.
Right.
You know.
Also, let's not forget about the amazing scene of Superman's resurrection whenever he took on the whole Justice League because he was just unhinged and not even aware of Clark Kent himself. You know, taking on all the mofos. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, so let's reverse engineer this problem. Let's take a. I know we got other news to talk about. We'll get to that. Let's take this sidebar experiment, and I'll go get my lab coat real quick. I actually do have one. It says Dr. Keisher and everything, but legit, no lie. But who else would you get to play Superman if our boy Henry kept to Netflix?
Liam Hemsworth.
See, that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, he seems a little young. I don't know. But I guess you could argue the same thing theoretically from any point of view or Geralt. So who knows? But anyone else? Because Henry's big enough to be Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was really big to be Geralt.
He was he was bigger than this is the rare case where he was bigger than the video game version of the character.
Exactly. Yes.
It's normally the other way around.
The only goddamn actors who can say that is Henry Cavill and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne The Rock Johnson said, "What do you mean you're CGing my muscles? What the fuck? I earned these. You better use my real shit."
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I can't think of anybody who would actually. And again, like I guess is that
There we go.
That I like my objection has never really been about Henry Cavill playing Superman.
Yeah.
It was the fact that I'm losing Geralt of Rivia because of it.
Right.
And again, like you mentioned earlier, I was like that is only like a part of it.
Yeah, there is only a part of it.
Yeah. But you said something interesting, and I don't know about this. You said that there was some other stuff going on in The Witcher show where he would want
and this
to
is
leave.
just a rumor. I don't know how much actual validity there is to it, but apparently,
Thank you for announcing that.
Huh?
No, I was saying thank you for announcing that, because if it's a rumor, then
Right.
we don't want to spread that shit like legit peanut butter.
Right. Yeah.
This is
so,
imitation peanut butter.
I also heard that because Henry Cavill's like a huge fan of The Witcher, and like he actually, I heard that he is actually, not a super fan of what they're gonna do with season 4. So that was another factor I think that played into it.
What the fuck they're going to do with season 4?
I don't know. That and again, season 3 is the final season.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
I think that I got to say this, man. One of the best things to happen to DC, and time will tell if this is correct or if this is going to be ill-fated. But David Zaslav, the guy who purchased, who brokered the merger between Discovery and WB, the guy who's now the head of the whole shebang. He's been making a lot of radical decisions that have made some people mad, have made some people like me, happy and laugh even. He's the guy who said, okay, you know what? This Batgirl movie, it cost us $70 to $90 million. We're going to axe this shit because he thought it was trash. And he said, I don't want to... Basically, if we put out another trash movie, it's not going to... Even if it recoups some of the money, I would rather lose all of the money and try to maintain and build our reputation than to recoup some of our money or even all of our money and dropping our reputation from releasing another shitty movie.
I don't care if people argue whether or not I'm capable of understanding that, because technically I've not been in that experience, but I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
And I wholeheartedly applaud that decision.
Me too.
Because it's like, no, don't put out this shit and put this on your name. You came in, your job is to refresh and make better the name. Make this shit a household name. That way, 10 years later, they forget you were in jail for manslaughter.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And 10 years later, you're sitting there fucking, what? Co-starring with Martha Stewart and fucking Oprah on some feel-good bullshit piece, and people are like, oh, I love this actor, I love this person. I don't know, I'm making something up. I'm not trying to be metaphorical about any actual entity. Don't compare. But the point still stands where it's like, yeah, don't start off with a bad foot.
Yeah. And I think that was the right approach. And again, it also shows like at least a shred of integrity. Because most movie studios, all of them are out to make money, but at least he's looking at the big picture here, because most studios would have said, okay, my analysis say that if we release Batgirl, it cost us $90 million to make and promote, and it's projected to only make $60 million. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a failure, but at least we can recoup $60 million, and and maybe on the back end we can make the other $30 million. But that the movie is shit. It got, maybe shit reviews with like the private screenings, but they're only concerned about the money. If they release that movie, then DC's reputation would continue to plummet. Yep. And David Zaslav kind of saw that and said, no.
And
we'll lose,
that's going to be more expensive.
Yeah. I mean, in the short run, it is definitely more expensive because they lose $90 million. There's no recouping that. Yeah. The movie's fucking deleted. There's no watching it.
No. It don't exist. It's not even put in the vault like the Snyder Cut was. It's just ripped to shreds and put in the dumpster out behind the building. Yeah.
I mean, but I definitely agree with you guys.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this on a previous podcast where it was like, watching these storytellers who actually give a shit
Right.
about their product. And, like, I'm not saying that's what happened here, but it sounds a lot like that. Like, he realized this was shit. We don't want that. We want to tell a decent story, a good story.
Yeah.
Help build our reputation back up. So to me, that already is in a better footing than it was already in.
Oh, agreed. And then also on top of that, when you consider the direction that they were going to take Oz, I don't think that you know this, but before David Zaslav took over, the plans were to have, they were going to bring in Michael Keaton's Batman. He was going to be like a Nick Fury. And then they were going to have, like, I believe Wonder Woman, Supergirl, and Batgirl be like the Trinity. So instead of there being Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, Supergirl and Batgirl take that spot instead, which I thought was like disrespectful to all characters involved, because now you're saying that the only difference between Superman and Supergirl is that one has a vagina, one has a penis. And it shows a fundamental lack of understanding of all characters involved. Yeah.
Was the Charlie's Angels with superpowers.
Yeah.
Oz, give me some love. That was fucking cool. Hit that claps. Give him the claps.
Like, no, like,
That was
for real.
good.
Like,
That was good shit.
Like, and Batman was Bosley. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm fucking proud of you. Where's your drink, sir? I need a toast to you.
Actually, I have no more. I'm done drinking all
Well,
my
fuck yes.
But, no, like...
Damn, son. That's
like,
good
as
shit.
you were speaking, I was like, this is the plot to Charlie's Angels, bro. Like, what is going on here?
Oh, yeah.
One of the writers of She-Hulk just had a fucking convulsion hearing that. They just turned over and said, "Oh, how dare you! So misogynistic."
So misogynistic.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks, Charlie's Angel was amazing.
Thank you, Oz. That was some good shit.
I mean, like, I'm all for feminine, showing strong female characters. However, don't change the way they were already written. Right. Just highlight the ones that are actually written.
Yes.
Like, I think you and I have had that conversation multiple times. It's like, we don't need feminism crammed down our throat. What we need is a showcase
Proper representation.
Representation, exactly.
But Hollywood is having a hard time getting that memo. But they are starting to get it. David Zaslav apparently got it.
David's like, "What the fuck you guys doing over here?" Yeah. He walks in on them filming, like, "Get the fuck out! What are we doing? Stop this shit!" Hell yeah, dude.
And like I said before, like, guys, if you're listening, you don't have to feel too bad for the cast and crew. Like I said, that $90 million is gone. Those people got paid.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This was
they
done
still got
product.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, fuck yeah. You're gonna pay me, I don't like $75,000. I mean, $7,500 to star in a movie that never gets seen. Yeah. I'm down. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
That was either the world's best porno or an absolute shit movie.
Well, if it never gets seen, then it's got to be the shit movie, right?
It was an artistic piece, guys.
Oh yeah, so artsy.
But yeah, to bring this full circle, David Zaslav, he is obviously the one who put James Gunn and Peter Safran in charge of the film and animation division.
If I was the guy at the head table and I saw that one chess piece in the entire company was making quality product, people were genuinely liking it, and I saw evidence of this constantly on the internet through social media, through commentary, through whatever means, then yeah, I'd say that was a good fucking idea to put that chess piece, James Gunn, in charge of this shit. Yeah. Crown him. Make that guy the king on the chessboard. Done.
Agreed.
Yeah. Make him the opposing piece to the Kevin Feige king chess piece on Marvel side in their weak-ass Phase 4.
And
done. There's your strategy.
And, like we all know, like, competition does create quality. Mm-hmm. So you could argue that, like, maybe the MCU Phase 4 was lackluster because they had the ability to rest in their laurels. What are you going to do? Watch the competition?
Right?
Right?
It's the downside of a monopoly.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, they monopolize the entire integrity of the superhero storytelling kingdom. And then they get to decide what's good and what's bad. Mm-hmm. And they decide that by writing content, putting it out there, listening to fans' reactions, and then saying, oh, the fans don't know better. Because we're the only storytellers of this.
Yeah. It's so toxic. But it's like everybody in the small town is gonna go to Walmart until Target opens. And now Walmart has to step the shit up.
Exactly.
And it's the same kind of thing here. So if the DC universe,
not a sponsor, by the way.
no one's a fucking sponsor here. If DC universe can really get off the ground here, and if James Gunn and Peter Safran can really make a cohesive universe,
Safran or Saffron?
Safran,
sure,
or whatever.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. It's not important. Excuse me, please.
But if they can make a cohesive universe, like a shared universe, when there are multiple characters and the multiple movies come together, a la Avengers, if they can do that successfully, then I don't see how that would not breed or coerce the MCU into making better quality movies that we're used to getting from them. I mean, I think that they would have to.
Yeah.
I mean, because like at the end of the day, and we say this all the time, the superhero movie market, they don't give a shit about people like us. They care about the casuals, because the casuals make up 70 to 75% of the viewing audience. That's where the dollars are.
That's so true.
Yeah. We're going to see what happens there. But speaking of Marvel, let's talk about some Marvel stuff. We've been speaking about a lot of DC here. Yes.
Let's decide if this is good news or bad news, Oz, okay?
Well, we're going to start off with something that I think is definitely potentially good news here. So the good news is this. We do know that Tom Holland has signed a contract to continue to play Spider-Man.
Oh, that's good. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has signed a contract. Good. But yeah, I didn't hear the rest of the part until you said it, and I was like, okay.
Well, I also did say we're going to talk about some Marvel news.
Yeah.
Now, the rumors that come into play are that the contract has been for a new Spider-Man trilogy. Now, technically, this contract is with Sony because Spider-Man is technically a Sony product. But it appears that the contract will still allow, not just allow, but part of it's going to be he will still make a lot of appearances in the MCU, including, but not limited to, Daredevil Born Again and the next two Avengers movies.
Cool.
Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Good shit.
And I mean they need it. They need him right now.
Yeah. Bro, I'm so worried about Born Again. Like the more time that passes, the more my brain frets and creates anxiety about that. I so badly still want to like live action Daredevil. You know? Like live action Daredevil right now means Netflix Daredevil. It has nothing to do with She-Hulk Daredevil. And if that's the Daredevil I get in Born Again, I am supremely scared. Yeah. You know, which I chances are it won't be. It won't be because that's a different show, different writers, different tone, different story, and that's fair. But right now, that's the only evidence my anxiety coked up brain sees.
I thought you said coked up. I was like, oh shit.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I said it. Yes. Okay. Anxiety is a bad coke. It's a bad drug.
He ain't even sharing.
Dude, like, that's a hard ride, too.
I don't have to share. It builds it itself and snorts that shit on the spot.
Well, that's that good though. You got that white girl over there.
Not if it's anxiety. It's cut with too much baking soda and paranoia.
Sounds like you've never ridden that anxiety drug, huh?
Oh, you talking about that coke? I want that white girl. I'm talking about fucking anxiety. Huh?
No. You're talking about Xanax.
No, I don't know what the fuck they are.
But I mean, legitimately speaking, like I'm so excited that Tom Holland has signed on to continue being our Peter Parker for some time. We know he's great for the role. He's great for the MCU. Mm-hmm. That's great. That's one of the newer characters that they brought in that has been nothing but good. The Tom Holland clone they made in the Disney secret underground factory, supremely awesome. Well made Disney. Good shit. Keep manufacturing those assholes. But regarding the Charlie Cox in the Disney Plus, I am at this point I'm almost praying that it's good.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like I've only seen like maybe like the first season of the Netflix Daredevil. So
Okay.
But what I did see, I enjoyed, and like seeing him show up in was it No Way Home? Was it?
Yeah. He had a cameo. No Way Home.
Yeah, he showed up, and I was like, I got excited. I was like, Charlie Cox showing up. Like this is that was to me that was the best Netflix superhero show. So I mean,
I think it's the best superhero TV show. Period.
Fair enough.
Right. That's fair. Oh, that'd be a fun episode, dude.
It would be.
Best superhero TV shows? Fuck.
Yeah.
Netflix takes 1st through 5th place. Iron Fist be last.
I don't know,
Iron
man.
Fist is gone.
Because HBO, they got Watchmen and they got Peacemaker.
Oh, dude. Now we gotta do an episode.
Damn. Hey. There you go. No, but like, I'm excited to see this new revamp of Daredevil, especially like. Because the main one that always pops into my head when I think of a Daredevil
Don't
movie
say it.
is the Ben Affleck version. And I'm just like, he needs some love, man. He needs it.
So, besides you, most people have put that out of their memory and they only think of Charlie Cox.
If I remember correctly, that was the first superhero movie we watched together, sir.
Oh, was it?
Yes, it
What
was.
a piss poor way to start, guys.
Well, back in the day, hey, that's all we had.
That's all we had, bro.
Nah, man. I remember my first superhero movie. I remember talking about it on air here. Like, I watched it with my dad because my dad was like, "Oh, look, X-Men is on." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Oh, excuse me, I didn't curse when I was young. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
That's the first
Dad.
one we saw together.
The first one we saw together. Yeah, like I actually took him to the Thompson Theater to see that.
I don't remember which one you and I first saw together. Was it Iron Man 2?
Actually, I saw Iron Man 2 with Oz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one did we see together?
We saw
Captain
Winter
America?
Soldier.
Yo, yeah, give me some love. That was a fucking great one to start off with.
Yeah.
And then, didn't we see Guardians together?
Fuck yeah, give me some love. Yes, I remember.
This came out the same year.
Yeah, because I remember I snuck in rice cakes and other snacks.
You always sneak in shit, yeah.
I always sneak in shit. I always do that. I'm proud of that
overpriced,
day because I
anyway.
snuck in like 2 bottles of water, rice cakes, some goddamn licorice.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And hell yeah.
2 Snicker bars. One large popcorn. And
The movie attendant. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You have to take the tree back outside. Why is there a tree in here? Never mind. Just take it outside.
What about the partridge? Sir, I
stay?
don't really know what a partridge is, sir. So I'm gonna let
It's just a bird. It's just like caw. That's what a partridge sounds like. By the way.
Oh shit! Where were we talking? We were talking about Daredevil. Yeah.
Oh my god, that went way off.
It went way off the fucking rails. Holy shit!
I told you, man. Those ADD drugs, they kick in. They give you ADD.
Oh.
I already had it, man.
Someone out there's like, aren't you talking about Adderall? No. I'm talking about shit that gives you ADD.
But with so actually we're talking about Daredevil because we're talking about Spider-Man. But
Correct.
just to go off on Daredevil here a little bit. Daredevil Born Again will be on Disney Plus, 18 episodes. Now, I don't know if that'll change between now and then, but as of now, they have told it that it would be 18 episodes, which is a very long. That's verging on CW territory.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But I said this before and I say it again. From a business standpoint, I think that it makes great sense. Daredevil is popular, and they release their episodes weekly, so their audience will tune in for 18 weeks in a row to watch that.
And also, if they're if they limit the runtime and not like make it an hour-long episode each, they might actually make it work out.
Yeah. And see, that's speaking of the quality. I'm just thinking of it from like a business standpoint.
Right. That's 4 months of guaranteed subscribers.
Jesus.
Yeah. 4 fucking months. You signed away a third.
I think you just made it worse for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I heard that and I saw CW in neon headlights. And I'm just kind of like, I'm ready to get it off now, bro. It's going to have fun, clever moments, but the overall integrity of the show is meh.
And we'll see what happens. And the call and get Born Again. So Daredevil season 3 on Netflix took heavy emphasis from the comic book Born Again. It is one of the most famous Daredevil comics, and there's a lot of great Daredevil stories, but that's one of the top tiers, written by Frank Miller.
Not to sell this much longer.
Yeah.
Do we know who's in charge of writing it?
We do not.
Did they hire the same assholes from Netflix is what I want to know.
That'd be too good.
That'd be too good, because then it's like, okay, now we're playing some games. Okay, now we're playing some poker up in here. I was about to say poker. I didn't know what that would be. I almost said poker. Yes.
Like
Sounds like that's a crude sexual act. Is what that sounds like.
That was me messing up my script. Excuse me, boys.
But yeah, so like as far as Daredevil goes, so here I think I will try to be the optimist here for this one, and that is the reason why Kevin Feige and the gang are bringing in Daredevil is because they need heavy hitters. They're not ready for the X-Men yet. Fantastic Four is still cooking. But even if with the Fantastic Four, that they'll have to be built into heavy hitters. The X-Men, they're already a $1 billion franchise, but they're not ready yet. So with Daredevil, he's ready. People love that character. Netflix has really made the Daredevil character every bit as popular as it is in the comic books. And I think that he has to know that he can't fuck around with this one because the character's too popular. It would be like fucking around Iron Man, like or close to it, you know?
Yeah. No, that's fair, and that's a good point, because once that's the thing. Evidence in history has declared that when Disney knows a story is a big deal, they pull their britches up and they get their shit together, and they don't throw this away to some numbskull dumb fuck writer. And they actually get quality people to get this shit together. Not no She-Hulk people, not no Loki people, but the fucking Endgame and Infinity War people, you know? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
They need the Russos. I don't know how much money they need to pay the Russos, but they have it. Go ahead and pay them.
I mean, come on, Mouse.
Yeah.
Get that shit right.
Yeah, you got the money. You good for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You'll make it back.
But yeah, in terms of Tom Holland returning as Spider-Man, I mean, yeah, that's the obvious move. Again, Sony, you have a shit ton of money. Pay the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm especially interested to see where he goes now after No Way Home.
He's not going home. There ain't no way.
I'll give you one more.
Thank you. I was waiting. I was just kind of like,
All right. So we had a homie specifically ask us about this one, and I'm curious to see if you guys have even seen it or remember this. The Ant-Man 3 trailer. Have you guys seen it?
yes.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Excellent.
Good shit. Good shit.
Hell yeah.
I was saying good shit to you for seeing the trailer.
Yeah. Like
I wasn't preemptively giving my grade.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Like, I guess I am the minority probably here. Like, I actually didn't hate the Ant-Man movies, so...
Either one?
No,
Wow.
not either one. Like,
but
also
it's
I went into them not expecting a lot.
That's fair.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I wasn't disappointed by anything.
It's kind of funny, and I might be speaking for you, so please correct me if I speak incorrectly, okay? Because I genuinely need you to testify or correct. But I feel like we have all three flavors at the table here. We got the I didn't mind them guy.
Yeah.
We got the that you enjoyed them guy, and you're the I didn't mind them guy.
No, I hated the second one. I think the first one is a decent flick.
And I'm the fuck them both guy. Yeah, I'm the that was meh at best guy.
Yeah. So we're all over the place with this one.
Good,
Oh,
good. We're covering the corners of the triangle, boys.
And again, speaking strictly from a business standpoint, I will say this about the trailer and about the movie. It's a brilliant business move. Because the main villain is going to be Kang the Conqueror, a big Marvel Comics villain. Mm-hmm. And we also know that this will not be Kang's last appearance, so he will not be a one and done. He's coming back in at least the next Avengers movie, Avengers Kang Dynasty.
And let's face it, guys, if there's ever a hero that the big baddie needs to go against to know he's going to win against, Ant-Man's a great choice. I'm teasing, homies. Please don't bastardize me. I'm just making fun. But seriously, you were saying.
Yeah, and it's a great business move because like the Ant-Man movies, they've done, modestly well, relatively speaking, but in terms of like the MCU blockbusters, they've never been like the super duper heavy hitters. So I think that putting like your next big bad in a movie that never really crossed that financial threshold as some of the other movies, I think it's a smart play. It'll get more people in there to see the movie. I think that with Phase 5, it sounds like Kevin Feige is trying to be true to form again by having movies that build upon each other. And so people will need to see this if they want to understand what happens in the next Avengers movie.
Which I definitely feel that Phase 4 just kind of lost.
There was no cohesiveness there.
Yeah, not.
Do you guys think, I'm posing a question for the both of you boys, do you guys think that this has true potential to be the Civil War, or excuse me, the Winter Soldier, if you will, for our boy Ant-Man?
Who?
In other words, being the movie that makes his unique franchise. Like Captain America, in other words, for Winter Soldier.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Because no matter what you guys say, 1 and 2, they ain't no Winter Soldier.
No.
Not by a long
And again,
fucking shot.
while I did enjoy them, doesn't mean I thought they were up to that par.
Yeah.
However, I don't. That's hard to say, man. Like, just.
Okay.
I guess it would be one of those things. Like I like, and again, I went into the first 2 movies not expecting a whole hell of a lot, so I wasn't disappointed. However, I'm going to go into the same way with this one. I mean, I'm a Paul Rudd fan,
right?
So that's why I'm going to see the movie. But yeah, I don't know. I can't make it based off the trailer. I can't say that.
Okay.
Here's what I'll say about that. I think that this will, by far and large, be the best in the trilogy. I do not think it would be Winter Soldier, and the reason I think that is because I think it's being directed by the same gentleman who did the first 2. So I think we're going to get a similar flavor, and even if it's like the highest quality of that flavor, I don't think that it's going to be something on par. Quality wise with a Winter Soldier or a Black Panther 1 or so. Why are you glaring at me, Kevin? I don't like
He's
that.
been glaring the whole time we were talking.
Bro. I got an old metaphor for you.
Fool me once.
No. Different flavored shit is still shit.
Well, I got one from you from good old Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sometimes you gotta make chicken salad from chicken shit.
Okay. I don't have anyone.
I was about to say,
You don't have one?
No, I don't have one.
You got to get on the script again.
yeah, where's your script?
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
All right, never mind. You just
No. Do not improv. Find your script.
I don't know why they just remind me of like Joe Biden. Like he just kind of.
Oh no.
There you go. Now the FBI angry.
Oh shit,
That's great.
But I mean, yeah, and like I said, I think it'll be the best in the trilogy. And I don't think that everybody makes it out of this movie. And there is a good possibility that Ant-Man doesn't make it out. I mean, I don't think they're gonna kill off
Wasp.
Yeah, Wasp.
Oh, that's right. We got his kid now, so
Yeah. His kid Stature in the comic books. Yeah, she's in the movie. I think that she's clearly gonna live. And I think that this is actually the homie Caleb's idea, but like maybe she is the only one who survives in this movie, and she's the one who warns the everybody about Kang.
I like that idea. Yeah.
And that would give cause for there to be another formation of Avengers.
I mean, yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Like, I like that idea. Yeah. Like, honestly, that would definitely give that Ant-Man, like you said, make it the best out of the trilogy.
Yeah,
and they would like kickstart the the version 5.
Right. Now, what we do
I was like,
see.
what?
Version 5.
I like it. Sounds like a bad Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Like a prototype of the Jackson 5. Like I don't.
I need me 5 teenagers who have attitude and never had sex. There you go.
Oddly specific.
It was very much oddly specific.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what was the original line? Like, hey, I need 5 teenagers with attitude.
Yeah. That was literally it. Yeah.
And then it's like, the version 5. So.
I thought you said
version.
You said
5.
virgin. He said version.
Version.
You said virgin.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I was like, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I made the face I made. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay.
Version.
Yeah. Version. Gotcha.
Oh boy. Where the fuck were we at? Oh
Off
yeah.
script. That's where we're at.
God damn it. Everybody grab your scripts. We've been over this.
I ran out of pages. My last page was like 20 minutes ago.
All right, we're getting the.
You had a page?
Oh, shit. We're getting the cue cards pulled up. Then
A lot of cue cards. Can we get a teleprompter?
they're just cards.
Yes.
They're just cards with my face on it.
I can see that.
The cue
actually.
cards.
They got the finger guns.
Yeah,
With
got
the
the
big
finger
smile and everything. Just,
Like some of them are,
Right.
some of them, yeah.
you
Oh
gotta have
shit.
some with the grumpy face.
There it is. That's the one.
Oh.
That's great.
But it's interesting. Thinking back to the Ant-Man trailer, there was a moment where Janet Van Dyne, that is, man, they mix around these characters so much in the movies. Janet is Hank's wife, played by Michelle Pfeiffer.
Okay.
She comes along back in Ant-Man 2. She says something in this new trailer that like, oh no, saying to Cassie, Scott's daughter, she says you shouldn't. You did what? You contacted the quantum verse. You don't do that. There are things that I didn't tell you, and I'm like, so she clearly knows something with her time that she spent in the quantum realm that she's not sharing. Now, my question is, I wonder what in the world the quantum realm has to do with like the capabilities of Kang the Conqueror. Because like I know that, especially in terms of like the MCU or even the comic books, the quantum realm can be whatever the writer wants it to be. But like in realms of like Kang, who is a time traveling villain, I'm wondering what the correlation there is.
They give him time and space.
You don't get another one.
I wasn't trying to make one. I was being legitimate. Like, what if they just give him both?
Maybe.
I mean, that seems like a fucking catch-22 of sorts, but it still seems like something the MCU would do. He's all powerful, so why not give him all powers twice?
Yeah.
Give this motherfucker chronomancy. Is that what that's called? Time magic?
Dunamancy.
And then what's spatial magic?
Space-omancy.
My DM over here, Mr. Oz. Yes.
So Dunamancy encompasses graviturgy and chronomancy.
There you go. See, he's a real good Dunamancer.
Sounds like a fucking terrible video game. Dunamancy.
God, it does. Yeah. You know who the end boss would be?
The dude.
Creed. Whenever he goes into that movie.
What?
Yeah, because Kang, the same actor who's playing Kang, is the guy who's going to be in the next Creed movie, Creed 3.
All right.
Your lack of reaction was the best part of that joke. I'm not going to lie. That was bad on my part.
He was like, okay.
You're at this point like, why did I let the printer run out of paper making these scripts?
I should have bought the expensive cartridge, but I wanted to be cheap.
You got that Dollar General cartridge.
Laptops, like.
We all have interns who are just like scrolling for us. Yeah, I love it.
I guess one more thing on this trailer, and then we'll move on to something else. But what you guys think of Kang in the trailer? This is technically our first time seeing, at least what we can presume to be Kang. We do see him in Loki, but this is same actor, different variant.
So to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't even know who that was.
Okay.
So I mean, it was a very cool, reveal, I suppose. I didn't have the weight that it probably had for you because you know of the character very well, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. But I mean, like I said, with the way this trailer just came, kind of hit, I was like, they seem like they're gonna go for a more serious tone for it, so which is good. Mm-hmm. And I definitely think that this is going. I really hope that they go the route that Caleb was talking about, where it's maybe nobody lives, but maybe the daughter, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be, and let Scott go out like a hero if that's the case. Let him, because he has like a limited amount of
Quantum.
Yeah, PEM particles. He has a limited amount of those. So it seems like maybe he gives the last of those to Cassie so she can get the fuck out and try to get help. Okay. And shit doesn't work out for him. But who knows though? Also, another reason I think this may be the best in the trilogy is because they actually have a serious villain and a serious threat this time around. Mm-hmm. Darren Cross, Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man 1 was very one-note evil. Yeah. If he had a mustache, he'd be twirling it.
And who was the villain in number 2?
Ghost was a pseudo. She was one of those. Oh yeah. Like the empathetic, feel bad for me. I'm not really a villain, but I'm a villain. She was one of those.
Fuck that.
Yeah. And also, she had like no lines. Also, so I'm like, how is this ever gonna work?
Right. Yeah. That's some shit.
But no, I mean, yeah. So out of the 3, I'm excited the most for this one. But we'll see what happens with it though. It's gonna be the first movie in Phase 5. So
cool.
Yeah, Phase 5. God, these phases.
Version 5.
God damn it.
See, I still think about the Power Rangers.
All right, let's just talk about one more here, and then we'll
it's a porno
home.
We're back at the tavern.
Oh no.
Yep.
So Paul Bettany will have his own Disney Plus show, Vision Quest, which has got to be based on the comic book of the same name.
That makes more sense to me than the witch bitch.
You mean Agatha?
Yeah, we said the same thing.
We did not say the same thing.
We said the same. Cute. Hey, help me out. We said the same
kind
thing.
of the same thing.
Oh
exactly.
My god!
Give me some love.
I'm just saying.
You get temp HP.
Yeah, I got the temp HP this time.
Exactly.
No, but like, I really I like Scarlet Witch and all, but like that WandaVision was not that great in my opinion. And
really,
oh wow. Compared to the other shit
compared to the other, it was the better, some of the betters. But like, I still didn't like overly enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
However, like Agatha, like really, like that was, I don't know. It didn't feel right for me. And I don't know.
It feels reactionary.
You know how some animes, especially like those that are like being written out, like their manga or being written out just a few chapters before the corresponding TV show, or many chapters ahead. Who knows? Whatever the point is. The point is that like a character will become such a fan favorite that they get written into the main cast of the show. Like they become adopted in, like a Piccolo all of a sudden, like, hey, you're part of the hero crew now, even though you just tried to take over the world. I feel like that's what they did with Agatha. Like people had such a reaction to her and the actress, the comedian who played as her, and they're just like, oh yeah, oh, you like her. Well, guess who's getting a new show?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, well, no, why? But we talked about that. This is me rehashing old shit. So.
I mean, it's a good point, though, because it is very reactionary. There's no way that they had this show already in the chamber, the Agatha Harkness show. Right. And Catherine Hahn, she is great. She can carry a show. Woman. Yeah. But, like, she can carry a show, but the writing also needs to do as part of the heavy lifting, and I don't know if it will be there for that show. Right. Now, concerning Vision Quest here, Paul Bettany, he's an amazing actor. He's an actor's actor. And
Paul Bettany.
Yeah.
Good guy.
And So here's the interesting thing here. We don't know anything about the Vision Quest show, but I'll tell you guys what the comic book loosely was, if I remember correctly.
He goes on a quest.
Oh, fuck, you got it. Kevin must have read the book. God
I told you. I read the script.
or is it more of like he goes on a dream quest sort of thing?
Or
he goes to
or just go on like a fuck, I don't mean this to be a pun, but an actual vision quest where he goes in the woods and tries to conjure a vision of sorts.
Yeah, like
on a solo
maybe
quest.
eat some strange mushrooms or
exactly.
maybe like
hallucinates,
huff some opioids or something. I don't know.
Gets real zen with that shit,
and then just goes on his vision quest.
We sound like two white writers in a boardroom trying to pitch a Native American idea.
And you do, and guess what? You don't have a Native American, so you're pitching it to your black friend.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what? We should be Marvel writers.
You'd fit right the fuck in.
There it is. Us not just guaranteed our promotions. Marvel will be like,
oh no,
I love it.
I was going more hippie than but I get it.
Holy shit, wow. Homies! I apologize for whatever the fuck just happened.
Well, we're going to bed. Good night.
Yep.
Good luck, you.
Oh shit.
We did our part.
Ooh, look at the time.
I know, right? Someone cut the check.
We got enough for a movie, right?
Yeah, hour 36. That's a decent movie nowadays. Oh. Yeah.
The Vision Quest, at least the comic books, they were about. This was about Vision when he was like in his all white form. Similar to how he ends up at the end of WandaVision. He was like in his all white form, and this was a Vision that he was emotionless at this time. And the reason for that, like he had like lost all of his memories and all of his emotions, and like that story is about him regaining his memories and trying to gain back like the shreds of like humanity that he had before he became
and his color.
Eventually, he does get that back too. Yes,
He literally got whitewashed.
Yeah.
I think that button got pressed for everyone at least once tonight. I'm very proud of us, boys. We're doing good. We're doing our jobs.
You're doing awful, actually.
This is gonna be one of those episodes like, what were they smoking before?
Right.
Right. What were they smoking? What were they drinking? Well, guess what? Ain't none of us got no drinks anymore.
I'm out.
But it is a very kind of touching story here. It was both, I believe, it was written and drawn by John Byrne, legendary guy. Here's a fun fact for you guys, and a fun pseudo homework assignment for all you homies listening, even for you two here. Like, if you guys ever want like a fun kick, John, again, I cannot speak highly enough of John Byrne. He's the fucking man. He's done everything there is to do in comic books, and he's done it tremendously well. But if you guys ever want to laugh, look up his drawings of any children. They are, it is the stuff of nightmares. There is, so
feels bad.
Yeah, I remember like I can always tell whenever he was working on Fantastic Four because like their children would look like little grown men, and I remember when he drew some of Wanda's children, and it looked like a 40-year-old man's face on a toddler's body. I'm like, what in the ever-loving fuck is going on here? Whoa. So John Byrne could do it all except for draw children. And I don't know what happened there. But anyways, with Vision Quest though, that was a John Byrne project, and he was the man at that. I assume that the TV show has got to at least loosely follow that because that's kind of where Vision is at right now.
Right, yeah.
So it only makes sense that was that's what he was doing. But I don't know if we have a straight release date for that yet. I'd imagine that they have to include some kind of antagonist. Another interesting thing is that I recently heard, and I'm going to file this on the rumor, but I recently heard that actually Vision is going to be in the Armor Wars movie. Armor Wars was going to be a TV show, now a movie.
Does he get armor?
I mean,
his body is.
I was like, he kind of is armor.
So he's like animated armor, like
Oh, you mean like the Destroyer
monster?
Actually, both those examples are better than what I was going to think. So yes.
But
I couldn't think of the name of my example.
I can see him being useful in Armor Wars. So Armor Wars is a classic Iron Man story. They're reusing that for an MCU movie, but they're going to have War Machine instead of Iron Man. But basically in the comic books, Tony Stark realized that technology for his suits had been stolen and sold to several different like evil entities or villains across the world. And
Justin
it's like this.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't have made so many in Iron Man 3.
He made a shit ton in Iron Man.
Well, he blew them up.
And like, and none of them really worked that well in Iron Man 3.
No, they were made of butter.
Yeah.
Butter and sheet metal.
Yeah. And a little bit of paper mache was thrown in. And some elbow grease. But yeah, basically the story is about him going back and fighting these villains that have like his tech and finding out who in the fuck had access to find and sell like his blueprints and his ideas in the first place. Sam Rockwell, I love that guy. He is returning. He was in Iron Man 2. He is returning for Armor Wars. Very, very smart decision. And apparently also Paul Bettany would be in that as Vision as well. I can see Justin Hammer in this movie, Sam Rockwell's character. I can see him. He's now out of prison. He wants to restart Hammer Tech. Tony Stark's out of the picture. If he can catch that fucking automaton and reverse engineer Vision, he can create some shit that's better than Iron Man.
That's true.
And maybe that's when Rhodey steps in. It's like, we got to shut this shit down. So that'd be fun to see. I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of lead up or crossover between the two projects. At least on Vision's part, that only makes sense. But again, we'll see what happens there. All right. I think that I have allowed you gentlemen to bullshit me long enough.
I think we did good tonight.
I think we did too.
Yes.
You guys listen to the episode, and it's just me talking to myself for like, it's like a 30-minute episode, and I'm just...
He's like edited this all out, like
right. All the homies. Q, your responses sound weird, like you're responding to nothing.
Because I was, homies. I was talking to myself. I should, should sound that way, right?
Just like, what the fuck?
It's like, bruh, like it's gonna be a while before you come on my show.
This wasn't in the script.
I'd be like, what? Oh man, it's weird how the episode just uploaded like that by itself.
I look at your laptop. I see the trimmings of our shit just like discarded in the recycled trash bin.
Damn, y'all, Ultron's in my computer. Ain't that some shit? Oh, shit. Okay.
You said he ain't got no strings on this episode.
Yes, right. I wish I did, but I don't. That's all I have this week, though, for comic news. Do you guys have anything else to add about anything we talked about or any other bits of spicy info you guys may know or want to discuss?
The spoiling ending for Gotham Knight. No, I'm just joking.
That is something I need to talk about. I'll probably do on like another cold open on a different episode. I am this close. My fingers are very close together. I am this close to finishing that game.
He's lying to you. Those fingers are not that close together. They're like 5 inches apart. I'm joking.
Oh, yep. Yeah, okay.
He's using both hands.
The fish was that big.
That big.
Wait, Oz, give me your right hand. That big.
That big.
I'm so glad the homies can see what you guys are doing right now. Yeah.
Well, I stuck up my left hand. Oz gave me his right hand. So, boom. It was a big-ass fish.
Yeah.
That's...
You homies can see the All right, we're going to wrap this thing up before it goes any further off the fucking rails. Oz, my brother, thank you again for being on here.
Hell yeah.
It's been a blast.
I'm glad.
Even though you played the shenanigans just as much as Kevin here.
And Oz, thank you, brother, for coming on and playing shenanigans with me.
You're welcome.
Hell yeah.
and to all the homies listening, either I apologize or you're welcome. I don't know. We will see. But whichever response applies to you guys, please take that.
Amen.
Yes. But that will be all for this one. And again, I don't know what the fuck happened here tonight, but
Hey,
it was
good.
something.
We did good.
You know, we did it. We did it.
Genuinely listening.
The thing is
thing.
what we did. We did stuff and things.
Dear Lord. Let's go to bed. You need a nap. I need a nap.
I think I do.
You do get goofy when you're tired.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got that in common.
Yeah, Kevin has a tendency to get grumpy when he's tired.
But then I pass out on the couch. Yeah.
Anywho, we were going to go ahead and wrap this one up. This has been a blast.
Yeah.
And hopefully more than the 3 people in this room enjoy this.
Right?
Give us a shout out, homies. Let us know if you like it. Let us know if you hate it. Please give us some commentary. We love hearing back from our audience.
Absolutely. And what makes it even fun is that this episode was done specifically as a request from one of the homies who hit us up saying that we needed to do a comic news because there's been so much shit. I hope that we appeased you. And if we did not, I am so sorry.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? So to the homie Joseph out there, man, shout out to you. This one's for you.
Joseph responds back, "This is not what I asked for."
Not what I asked for at all.
Hey, homies, can I get a comic news episode? Us driving. We got comic news episode at home. Comic news episode at home. This one.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Generally speaking, I hope you guys really liked it because there were quite a few awesome things to break down. Q, thank you so much for supplying us with the updates, brother man. I'm curious to see what's going to be next.
Runaway train on track for the most part.
I did not. I tried, but the conductor can only conduct if the train has wheels.
Hey, the conductor was Ozzy Osbourne, and it was
No. We're wrapping this
Crazy
thing up.
Train.
I.
Oh, it was the voice. It was the voice that got me. Q, close this shit out, man. I'm ready. We gotta stop it. We're just gonna keep going.
So until next time,
Give me some fucking love again, dude. Fuck yeah.
I'm done with podcasting officially, and my
Give me
name
some love.
is Superhero Homie Q. No.
I am superhero homie Kevin, and I guarantee Q is not done with podcasting.
And I am superhero homie Oz.
Fuck out of here.